Welcome to Salesforce Live at Dreamforce. We are so excited to be here. We're wrapping up an absolutely incredible week. Hopefully you've been joining us throughout the week. And I am so excited to have the opportunity today to talk with an amazing member of the Salesforce community. We have David Schmeier with us from Vlocity. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Alexa.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We're super excited to learn a little bit more about your story and learn a little bit more about Vlocity and what you guys are doing over there. And I understand that you have a touch of laryngitis this afternoon.
That's true. I pulled what we call my sales muscle from too much talking. So, but it's all good.
Yes, you've been very busy this week. We've heard some incredible announcements about Vlocity, and we'd love to just spend a couple minutes getting to know you a little bit better and learn a little bit more about your organization. So why don't we just start off and tell us a little bit about what Vlocity is and share a little bit about your story with us.
It's a great question. So our view is that companies want industry-specific apps, but they want them in the cloud, and they want them right now. And if you go to a bank or an insurance company or a telecommunications firm and you ask them, do you want industry specific or not? It's a pretty simple question. Everybody seems to want something tailored to their industry, Alexa.
It's absolutely true, 100%. We hear that all the time here at Dreamforce, and as I was an account executive here for 4 years, and I remember getting that question all the time. How does Salesforce apply to my own industry? How can I, in this world, use Salesforce effectively? So I totally understand that. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about how Vlocity got started and where you're at in the business, how you guys are growing right now.
Sure. Now, we're very proud to be a titanium sponsor here at Dreamforce, and this is my first Dreamforce as a participant. And so I've been in the CRM industry for 20 years and helped found a company called Siebel Systems,
okay.
Which was reasonably well known in this business. But it's great to be part of the Salesforce family and the Salesforce ecosystem. And frankly, I'm simply amazed at what Mark and Parker and Keith Block and the whole Salesforce team have accomplished. It's simply incredible.
Yeah, and
so it's been great.
There sounds like there's a history with Vlocity, the people that are now involved at Vlocity and Salesforce and Siebel. Can you tell us a little bit about that background?
Sure. Yeah, this company all started 28 years ago, Alexa, when Craig Ramsey, my co-founder, hired Mark Benioff and was Mark's first boss. And that's when this story started. And I met Mark and Tom Siebel and Evan Goldberg and a whole bunch of people in the software business back at Oracle in the late 80s.
Okay.
And myself and later Craig Ramsey went up to start Siebel Systems with a guy named Tom Siebel. And the worldwide market for CRM software back then was $20 million.
$20 million.
$20 million was the worldwide market.
So tiny.
And I went to one of the first CRM shows, and it was, everybody had little tabletops, and it was about the size of this booth here was the entire show.
For all of CRM in the world?
For the entire CRM market. This is before Salesforce was started, and
wow.
There was like maybe 30 or 40 different CRM software companies out there. And our view when we started Siebel Systems was to really do this right. So to basically build a system that could handle the most complex companies in the world and do it in a multi-channel way. So whether customers are talking over the web or through their call center or through their field agents or through the retail channels, that we could kind of manage and synchronize and coordinate all of those customer interactions. Mm-hmm. Now, we sold that company in 2006 to Oracle Corporation. And in the midst of all that, Salesforce is the next part of the story. And Mark and Parker and everyone were totally right that to bring this all to the cloud. And the cloud just changes, in my view, everything. And I think the probability in 20 years that all of this software will be in the cloud is 100%.
Absolutely.
And so it was just a complete revolution, like inventing the internet itself. And it's simply amazing what's been accomplished, and again, the scale of Salesforce today. So we sold Siebel to Oracle, and I thought I was done with the CRM business, but it turned out I was wrong. And my co-founders created what is still today the largest Salesforce partner, a company called Viva Systems.
Oh yes, okay, Viva, I know Viva well, yep.
And the idea from Craig Ramsey, who was a longtime Salesforce board member, was to take several verticals and put them on top of the Force.com platform. So Craig founded a company with two of my other co-founders, Mark Armanante and Young Sohn, called Verticals on Demand. And they started that company 7 years ago. They hired a very smart guy named Peter Gassner to be CEO. And Peter decided that they wanted to focus on pharmaceutical CRM and Salesforce automation. And so they created this great company called Viva. Viva went public about 9 months ago, and it's the market leader in pharmaceutical Salesforce automation. So it's a smashing success. And that brings us to Vlocity. So we talked about Oracle and Siebel and Salesforce and Viva. And the Vlocity story is really a continuation of this 28-year journey where our goal is to be the first multi-vertical company on top of Salesforce. So at Dreamforce, we ship 3 different verticals: communications, public sector, and insurance, that we were demonstrating here at the Dreamforce conference. And I believe we're the first partner in the ecosystem to develop 3 verticals at once on the platform.
That's outstanding. It's quite an incredible thing that you've accomplished in such a short period of time here at Vlocity.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, if you could, if you're a customer of Salesforce and you're interested in connecting with Vlocity, what does that process typically look like, and how does somebody engage with your organization?
Sure, that's a great question. So we're an AppExchange partner, and so our products are managed packages on the AppExchange. And so a customer buys Sales Cloud or Service Cloud or the platform, and then they buy our products directly from Vlocity, and they install those on top of Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. And one of the things that we really thought hard about is we wanted this company to be very cooperative with Salesforce. So we don't want to have any channel conflict with Salesforce. We don't want any issues with Salesforce. This is 100% additive. And so we sell industry-specific modules on top of Salesforce. So if you're a communications company, we sell billing integration, or we sell communications-specific CPQ, communications-specific order management, communication-specific Salesforce automation, communication-specific call center and customer interaction center capabilities. And so it's all entirely additive on top of this. So Salesforce's AEs sell Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and we sell the industry-specific capabilities on top.
Oh, fantastic. So instead of a company having to do a massive amount of custom development on the Salesforce platform, they're able to come to Vlocity, and a lot of that is already accomplished for them.
That's right. I mean, today, what I see is many of these companies are in the software business. So they buy into the cloud, and they love Sales Cloud and Salesforce One and all the great things that Salesforce does, communities, but they really don't want to build the industry-specific stuff themselves. And there's a lot of templates and accelerators, and the customers don't want templates and accelerators, Lex, so they want real industry products. And so what we do is we build products, not version 1 or version 2, but version 5, version 6, version 8, and we deliver these updates in the cloud so that they don't have to manage their systems and they don't have to build the industry-specific systems. That means they can roll out faster, and it costs a lot less money.
Yeah,
so it's just better.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And with everything that's been happening with Salesforce this week, and Mark introducing our 6th cloud wave and the analytics that we're now is available to our customers soon, it sounds like that's something that Vlocity would be able to really help our customers with as far as being able to take that 6th cloud and now be able to really use it effectively according to their industry.
Well, I'm going to do a live product announcement right here, Alexa, which is the next thing we're doing after Dreamforce is getting our industry teams to go even deeper. And the first thing we want to do is really dig into Wave, because customers not only want industry-specific apps, but they want industry-specific analytical apps.
That's correct, yeah.
So if you're running an insurance company, you want to know what products does the customer have, and where's the white space, and what policies do they have, and what claims are there against those policies. And if you're a government, you want to understand what are all the issues that your citizens have. And if you're a communications company, there's something called churn. When people turn off your system, they basically are going away and that revenue goes away. And that's not a good thing. And so if companies had analytics with Wave that was industry specific to tell them that would be really cool.
Oh yeah, it would be fantastic. I know there's a lot of excitement. Our customers are starting to really talk about Wave. They're very pumped up about it. So I feel like you guys are in the perfect market space.
And Alex Dionne's demo was super.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his accent makes everything sound more incredible anyway. So we have a couple more minutes here, and I'd love to understand a little bit about where do you see Vlocity and you know, in the next maybe 5 years or so? What are you sort of hoping to accomplish with your company?
That's a great question. So at Siebel, we built 24 verticals in 20 languages and shipped them on the same day.
Wow.
So we know a lot about how to verticalize software, and there's no such thing as shallow verticals. Customers, if you have vertical software, you got to go deep. It's all about depth, and it's all about domain expertise. So what we're really doing is taking our industry experts and baking that into the software. We're taking the best practices in insurance, or the best practices in communications, and baking into the software so the customers don't have to do that. And now with the cloud, any size company can deploy, and they can deploy really, really quickly.
Right.
And we also see that it's a mobile-first world, and so we're building beautiful mobile apps to allow people to have access to this industry capability anywhere, anytime. And so we think that's also a key part of it. So we plan to go deeper, and we might ultimately build more than the 3 industries, but right now we're very focused first on those 3 to kind of take it to the next level and to leverage everything that Salesforce has. Wave, Lightning, all the new cool.
The coolest, the latest and greatest.
Coolest stuff that was all released here. Amazing. It was one of the best keynotes I've ever seen.
It's fantastic. Yeah, when Parker Harris was talking about Lightning and how it's going to be on the tablet, and eventually it's going to be available to our desktops, and everything is just going to be lightning fast. So if I were a company that you're going to provide a vertical for, it just seems like it's kind of a no-brainer, right? Like I talk with Vlocity, and then I'm able to get up and running faster on the Salesforce platform. Are you working with all the different clouds eventually, or hopefully, or is it sales, customer service, marketing, all the above?
Yeah, great question. Today we're working with sales, marketing, and service cloud. So we've done work with ExactTarget. We've done work with Sales Cloud and work with Service Cloud. We plan to, as I said, dig into Wave and take advantage of every single capability that Salesforce has. And I'm hoping that Parker will let me borrow that Lightning Man outfit someday. See if I can talk him into it.
It's like the perfect Halloween costume, so it was actually really good timing. I bet he'll wear it maybe on the 31st. Yeah, and I understand that your organization is now in the Salesforce in one of the buildings, sharing some 50 Fremont here in San Francisco.
Yes, we're located on the 22nd floor of 50 Fremont, so I'd invite all of the Salesforce employees to come join us. We're going to start having a regular happy hour, and we'd love to have them join us there to mingle and network. But we're really serious about building a company we want to be the best Salesforce partner. It's 100% native Salesforce software, and we also want to work in a very additive way with Salesforce.
Well, we are absolutely thrilled that we get the opportunity to work with you at Vlocity, and we are so appreciative of your time today, David. Thank you so much for joining us.
Alexa, pleasure.
Yes, thank you for being here, and thank you for joining us today here at Salesforce Live at Dreamforce.